But it doesn't just stop there. What we are seeing now is a complete shift in the paradigm. And for me, this has really happened since we have heard that Brad Garlinghouse is likely going to lead the United States Cryptocurrency Council. Everyone's realizing that all this FUD has been nothing more than FUD. All the rumors about all these bad things Ripple does, they're made up. The Ripple SEC case has proved these things were made up. And now what we're seeing is the people who are smart and willing to admit they were wrong coming out and saying that exact thing. Take a look at this. This was actually from Cointelegraph earlier today. Look at this. They are literally describing the difference between Ripple, XRP, and the XRP ledger. Just the fact that we have made it this far is absolutely shocking. Typically, they call Ripple XRP, the XRP ledger Ripple the company Ripple. They only say Ripple because they want to make it all seem like a scam. They all want to make it seem like it's some centralized thing and you shouldn't pay attention to it. It's not blockchain technology.
Hey, my name is Hamilton Clarington, and this is Chain Reaction, where we dive deep into blockchain, the future of finance, and how this revolutionary tech is reshaping. You say hi? You say hi too? Say hi. Hi. Hey, my name is Hamilton Clarington, and this is Chain Reaction, where we dive deep into blockchain, the future of finance, and how this revolutionary tech is reshaping the world we live in. From crypto to smart contracts and everything in between, we're here to educate, elevate, and spark the next wave of innovation. Let's get started.
Some, I think, may look back on Bitcoin and find that it was the Napster of digital assets.
This technology is going to be very important.
Government stepped in and Napster was not successful, but Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, they were very successful.
It means every stock, every bond will have its own, basically, CUSIP.
Everything of value in the world will eventually be a token.
We could rid ourselves of all issues around illicit activities around bonds and stocks and digital.
For the foreseeable future, I think there'll be complete coexistence.
It will create massive wealth, the greatest wealth creation opportunity I'm going to see in my lifetime.
So we got a lot going on, y'all. It's been a while, so we're going to get caught up with everything that's going on. As you see here from XRP drops, they are starting to differentiate between Ripple, the company, XRP, the token, and XRPL, the network that the XRPL network uses the token for fees and gas to send money across the network. They call it the Internet of Value, aka 3.0, decentralization. We're in a whole new world, AI. So just to get caught up here, let's read this article. The Motley Fool, MSN. Prediction: XRP will soar in 2025 when Bitcoin moment arrives. In 2012, one second. You can't see what's going on. All right, here we go. All right, in 2012, financial technology company Ripple introduced a digital payments network built on the blockchain known as the XRP ledger. The native digital asset XRP functions as a bridge currency to provide banks and payment service providers with access to fast, cheap cross-border transactions. Since its introduction, the Ripple Payments Network has expanded to include more than 80 markets and 100 financial institutions. Yet, while the company has facilitated transactions totaling more than 70 billion, it has hardly scratched its opportunity to disrupt international payments. The European Central Bank estimates cross-border volume will hit 290 trillion by 2030. So they say it hasn't really scratched. It's done more than 70 billion transactions, which is a whole lot. But it's just getting started. With that in mind, XRP is currently the third largest cryptocurrency with a market value of 143 billion. It moved up to number three cryptocurrency. It was number 7 for a long time, even through the SEC lawsuit. But that figure could soar in 2025 when and if its Bitcoin moment arrives. XRP could soar following the approval of spot exchange traded funds, ETFs. In January 2024, the Securities and Exchange Commission approved the creation of spot Bitcoin ETFs. Those funds reduce friction for prospective investors by providing a form of Bitcoin exposure free from the complexities and high fees associated with cryptocurrency exchanges. Spot Bitcoin ETFs during their first year on the market attracted $37 billion in net inflows, which makes their introduction one of the most successful financial product launches in history. And the iShares Bitcoin Trust was the single most successful ETF as measured by net inflows during its first year, according to the Wall Street Journal. So a lot of people believe that cryptocurrency is going to fail, which I don't understand, because Bitcoin, as we all know, came out in 2009. It was worth 0.001 whatever cents, and now it has reached up to about $107,000 from 2009 to 2025. I don't know why these people just think this market is just going to go bust. There's a reason behind these coins. It's networks. If you know, we use the TCP/IP, the transmission control protocol, internet protocol, to use the internet. And now that network, those technologies are changing with the coming of cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin's price has more than doubled in 13 months since spot Bitcoin ETFs won regulatory approval, and XRP may have a similar Bitcoin moment in 2025. At least 4 asset managers have requested permission to create spot XRP ETFs, including 21 Shares, who also did an ETF for Bitcoin as well, Bitwise, Canary Capital, and Wisdom Tree. I don't know about these other ones, probably have to. I haven't looked into these other ones. If the SEC approves the application, XRP could be a huge winner this year. History says XRP could soar when its legal battle with SEC is resolved. So now let's get caught up. For those who don't know, XRP has another potential catalyst on the horizon. Ripple has been embroiled in a legal battle with the SEC since 2020, but history suggests any remotely positive resolution could send XRP higher. Details concerning the lawsuit include, in December 2020, the SEC charged Ripple with selling XRP tokens as unregistered securities to retail and institutional investors. To elaborate, any financial asset defined as a security is subject to regulatory oversight by the SEC. The agency argued Ripple violated the law by not registering XRP as a security. That was the lawsuit. But in July 2023, U.S. Direct Court Judge Annalisa Torres handed down a split ruling. Specifically, she said the $757 million in XRP tokens sold through digital exchanges to retail investors did not meet the definition of securities. Transactions, there's a period here, so not meet the definition of security transactions. But the $728 million in XRP tokens sold directly to institutional investors were indeed securities. So, split decision. Ripple won. For the retail transactions, it's not considered securities, and they lost on the institutional side, saying that those were sold as securities. But so that means that XRP in and of itself is not a security. Just how you use it determines if it's a security or not. August 2024. We talked about this before. We're just catching up. August 2024, and for those who haven't seen, U.S. District Court Judge Annalisa Torres told Ripple to pay a $125 million fine for selling XRP as an unregistered security to institutional investors. That penalty was much less severe than the $2 billion the SEC wanted, but more severe than $10 million Ripple proposed. $2 billion, $125 million. October 2024, the SEC appealed the split decision handed down by District Judge Torres. We believe that the district court decision in the Ripple matter conflicts with decades of Supreme Court precedent and securities law, and look forward to making our case to the Second Circuit, said an SEC spokesperson. January 2025, in the new year, the SEC filed its opening brief with the appeals court, citing its belief that XRP sold on digital exchanges violated the law. Additionally, the SEC disputed Torres' decision to exempt about $600 million in non-cash transactions in which Ripple exchanged XRP services like labor. Ripple plans to file its opening brief by April 16, 2025, but we are hoping and believing that the chair, Paul Atkins, who hasn't got confirmed as of yet, but we're hoping he's confirmed by then. And if the case is not settled, This is the talk that the case is going to be settled by a lot of different people. If it's not settled by April, hopefully in May, June, or July. Some industry experts think the SEC may drop its case against Ripple. Since the departure of former chair Gary Gensler, the agency has created a task force that aims to draw clear regulatory lines, provide realistic paths to registration, craft sensible disclosure frameworks, and deploy enforcement resources judiciously. The press release announcing the task force acknowledged that the SEC has relied on enforcement rather than clearly defined rules to regulate cryptocurrency retroactively, often adopting novel and untested legal interpretations along the way. The statement also made a promise to the cryptocurrency industry. The SEC can do better. Of course, there is no guarantee the SEC drops the lawsuit, but any resolution that does not permanently damage Ripple would likely send XRP higher. Its price soared more than 70% during the week following the July 2023 ruling from Judge Torres. Also, resolution of the lawsuit would make the approval of spot XRP ETFs more likely. Let's look at this next article here. Since we're talking about XRP ETFs more likely, they now are trying to sidestep regulation. The accredited investors, of course, I would try too. They're trying to sidestep the regulations and get XRP legally through another means. This is from Eleanor Terret. I like Eleanor Terret. Everything she says so far hasn't been off the wall. And to me, she's seeming like a real journalist. But I haven't seen all her stuff, but just I believe the stuff she says. XRP scoop. XRP depository receipts will soon be available for purchase by accredited investors through Receipts Depot and DWP advisors at Fox Business has learned. Much like traditional ADRs, American depository receipts that represent shares of foreign companies, the XRPDR represents ownership of the underlying XRP without investors having to buy the asset directly via a crypto exchange. The benefits are similar to those of an ETF, where the investors can gain exposure to an asset without having to buy it directly through a foreign exchange or a crypto exchange. In short, it's another way of bridging the gap between TradFi and DeFi, traditional finance and decentralized finance. The XRPDRs will be held by Anchorage, a federally chartered bank overseen by the USOCC. Now, this is a first for me. I haven't heard of them before. We talked about DTCC, we talked about IMF, we talked about the World Bank, we talked about the WEF, the USOCC. We had to do some digging on that one. So we're going to, real quick, the Office of Comptroller of the Currency ensures a safe, sound now. Okay, bank system involvement. See, they're gonna follow them real quick, and we're gonna come back to them. We're gonna come back to them. So they're trying to sidestep. I'll keep it there. Trying to sidestep regulations. Now, over the past month or so, I've had 10 people tell me to sell my XRP, sell my crypto, really, sell all my crypto, and put it into something else. Now, I have about 50,000 now. Started from 12. From Trump. One second. You can't see this part. All right. About 50,000. This is one of my accounts from when Trump got elected here. They want me to sell all my cryptocurrency, put it in real estate, which would be done right now because 50,000 won't give me much. The returns won't be as much as the crypto returns have been and will be coming up. It's just my own personal belief based on just how markets move and when markets move. I knew the markets was going to move after the election. If Trump got elected, they did. As you can see here, I stopped buying XRP around August 11th, and I just let it ride, and it went up and down a little bit. And then after that presidential election, as you can see, it spiked. Another dip, spike again, another dip again. I'm waiting for another spike. This is what we do, volume and time. Get enough volume, wait enough time. This is still a growing industry. This industry was once trillion-dollar industry, just Bitcoin holding it down. And now this industry is like a $3.30 trillion industry. It was at three. It was on the cusp of 4 trillion before the dip, a scare, that deep seek AI scare. But March and April, we're going to look for it to take another leg up, even higher. That will take my 50 to more like 100,000 area. Yeah, 160,000 area. We'll see though. But this is what I believe. So they want me, and see over here, I had XRP here. This one I fell for a scam. I pretty much gave my XRP away, never got it back. So then I had to build back again, man, because I knew this time right here was coming, and I had to build as much as possible. I ended up building more here than I did here. Like I said, I have another wallet as well with more XRP, and I just don't have XRP. Is not the only thing I have. I have Hedera as well, Stellar, Algorand, a little bit of Quantum, not even much to mention. I have 2, ASI, Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, which was once a split between Fetch, Ocean Protocol, and I forgot the last one now, but they all combined. And I have other wallets as well with more crypto, crypto.com, have some in Coinbase, have some in the Zaman wallet. It's all over the place. Another Ledger wallet, like it's all over the place. It's all split. But this is what and a lot of people say to, and somebody else told me to diversify. It's all well and good. I only had $12,000. I put it in the main thing that I thought was going up. I have big numbers in Hedera, but it's really only worth $1,200. I think I got in at $200 though, so that's went up a lot. But I have other crypto assets, just that my biggest holding, I own like over 90% of XRP, and it just doesn't make sense to diversify, because what I'm put 5,000 in crypto and like 2,000 in stock, and it doesn't make sense. Gold and silver, no. I do have a little bit of silver, but it doesn't make sense. So, and then the people that are telling me to sell my cryptocurrency, you have to do more research. Most of the people that told me to sell don't even know what cryptocurrency is, doesn't know what it's doing, just thinks it's just some kind of just some fake digital just asset thing. They don't know what it is. So I would never listen to these people about investment advice. No offense, but I just wouldn't listen to investment advice from you, because you didn't even take the time to look at what it really was. But this video is getting kind of long. Like I said, we're just been here to catch up here. We're going to talk about everything else that's going on with David Sachs and Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, being one of the front runners to be the advisory crypto council for the president. We're going to see how it all turns out. But thank you for tuning in to Chain Reaction. If you made it this far, you are the Chain Reaction, fueling the block that links us all to an interoperable future. Stay connected, stay empowered. Let's keep building the future together. See you next time.